the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what you could do with your instant noodles if you were so inclined. And this is what is it today? October 19th, 2022. For you, it's probably just about February, which is crazy business. Way ahead of myself. And I don't think I've done a review in about a week and a half, or one of these shows. So, today we've got, well, this came out of a Zenpop box. Go to zenpop.jp, use the coupon code The Ramen Raider for a discount. This is Marutai with our Yoka Tonkotsu Ramen from Kumamoto Prefecture in beautiful Japan, which I've never been to, but I have a story that's rather fascinating that I will impart to you momentarily. We'll put the noodle block in, and this is going to go for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We'll do a little swizzle here. There we go. Set the timer's going. So, as you know, I always go on my walks in the morning. I walk from Kenmore towards Bothell, do a loop around this trail, and then come back. And I was heading towards Bothell, and I was about 35 minutes into my walk. And there's this guy walking in the opposite direction, and he waves and he says, "Hi." I'm like, "How's it going?" I didn't know who the guy was. And he stopped me. He was like, "I'm so glad to see you're alive." And I was immediately thinking, okay, so this guy's gonna tell me the good news about Jesus, right? That's generally what I would expect, but no. He was like, "Come over here, look." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "See this spot right here? 3 months ago, there was a guy who was found dead here, and the cops and paramedics were there and everything, and I thought it was you." And it's this older Japanese guy named Kazu. How's it going if you're watching the show? I am still alive. This is the same day I met you. But yeah, kind of weird. Kind of, I guess, interesting. Fascinating, weird. I don't know. I generally don't have people go, "Oh, I thought you were dead." I figure I'm too young to have that kind of thing normal in my life. Oh, and usually it's celebrities. It's like, really? Dick Clark's still alive? Actually, he is dead. But yeah, plenty of people I thought were still alive that aren't anymore. But I'm still alive, so that's a plus. That's an interesting thing to have happen on your morning stroll, I gotta say. So that was neat. I think the last time I did a show, we had the horrible wildfire smoke going on. It's still going on now. Now they're having kids not even do recess, because it's just that bad. So crazy business out of doors. Yeah, I just haven't been doing a lot of reviewing lately, just because it's been so interesting outside, and I've been enjoying doing a lot of walking. I've been doing usually about 10 or 11 miles a day, and a couple days I've done I think one day I did 16 or at least, yeah. I've done a lot of walking. I'm trying not to pause that at all. It's I want to keep it going. So that's it's fun. And there's other weird stuff, I go to the thrift store all the time. Oh yeah, the last episode I did, I got that Surface tablet pen. If you saw the last episode, see that. But anyways, I took the pen and the receipt, which I still had, back to the thrift store. And they write a little, they write on the receipt, "Yeah, didn't have the thing in it, this guy's a regular, all's well." I'm like, "Well, maybe I'll be able to use it today." They're like, "Yeah, if you don't, you don't." So I go in the back and I'm looking around. The pen was $3.90, or the empty box with the pen in it was $3.99. I'm looking around, and lo and behold, there's an Apple TV box. And I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's kind of neat." I wonder what you can do with one of those. And they wanted $5.99 for it. I'm like, wow, that's cool. So I brought it up figuring I was going to have to pay $2. And turns out, the lady's like, tell you what, I don't feel like going to the trouble. Here, we'll do it straight across, and if there's any problems with it, or it doesn't work, bring it back and I'll make it right. I'm always here. I'm like, okay, cool, wow, thank you, you know. Well, I get it home, and later that evening I set it up using my computer monitor just to check it out. I didn't know if it was even worth bothering with, or you had to like pay for all this stuff that you can make it work. Well, I got it set up. It turns out it's a Apple TV box from 2012, I think. So it's like 10 years old. It's ancient. And I'm setting it up and I'm looking, and it's got the original owner's like credentials on it. And then their name was on it. And I look it up, and it turns out this was a guy who made experimental sails for like competitive sailing competitions, and he competed in them, and he died from cancer in 2018. And because I looked him up and I found his obituary, and that's how I found that out. It was like, whoa. And then right below it, turns out he lives in the next town over. Right next to it's like, here's this address. Here's a picture of where he lived. He had a 3-car garage. He was doing something right, but God, it was like really weird. But honestly, a 10-year-old third-generation Apple TV box really isn't going to do a lot for you. Most of the stuff that you used to be able to do on it doesn't work anymore. Although it had live free Korean TV broadcast, which I thought was kind of neat. They had Arirang and some other stuff. But yeah, strange. Definitely odd things to tell you today. And there'll be more things to tell you tomorrow of the happenings. Yeah. Indeed. So here is a bowl. I'm just going to pour it in, then I'll try it. So here we go. So this is just a tonkotsu. I thought it was a shoyu tonkotsu. We will find out. I really like Marutai stuff. Generally, the stuff I like the most is their straight noodle varieties. Those come out really, really, really good. Lovely. There's our broth. Good with garlicky tonkotsu. Yeah. That's quite tasty. I'm tempted to eat it all. But I've got another one coming up next, which is a curry, so that's probably gonna get a couple extra bites from yours truly. What are we doing here? So we've got some nododomaki. Do that first. I went out walking and I didn't think I was going to come home in time to do any reviewing. I didn't really plan on doing reviewing today, but I was like, I'm not dead. I should do some work. So thank you to Kazu, the guy who was very happy to know I wasn't dead, who I've never talked to before. Alright, and then let's see. Oop. I dropped a mung bean sprout. It tends to happen. And then we've got some spring onion. Mmm. And some seed. But yeah, weird story, huh? I don't know what to think about that. I'm glad that I'm not suffering from being dead. That's handy. It's a useful thing. Oh, that was useful too. I got some. That's right. Big thank you and shout out to my lovely wife, the inimitably wonderful, cute, and perfect Kit, for getting me some shichimi, which I'm going to add some right there. Just a sprinkle. Just a little sprinkle right there. So here we are, a nice bowl of Kumamoto Tonkotsu. Alright, and then we rotate. Alright, thank you very much for watching the show today. The next one you're going to see is a Sapporo Ichiban variety. This is a pretty standard one, I think. This is their curry ramen donburi from Japan. Another one that was found in a zenpop.jp box. You can get them over there. Use the coupon code TheRamenRaider for a discount, blah, blah, blah. And this one has Pokemon on it. Oh boy, Pokemon. Alright, like, subscribe, do all that junk. Have a good one. Bye-bye.